Hey everyone, thank you for joining my channel, and I am going to start answering some of the questions I received through Facebook regarding questions that people would ask me if they were to see me at the national conference. I'm one of those people that loves to prepare ahead of time, as specifically one of my certain friends knows, and I know she's going to watch this and she knows I'm talking about her. So I went to Facebook and asked people what would they want to know, because I wanted to make sure I could answer the questions to my fullest ability before I got there. And then I did tell people that I would put them here on my YouTube channel so that everyone could enjoy the answers. So the first question that I had received, was about my handwriting. As a child, has my handwriting, has ACC affected my handwriting? I do not believe so. However, when I started to learn how to write, I was very, very little. Don't remember a whole lot about that myself, and I did not know about my ACC back then. No one did. I do know that I was left-handed, which is interesting because now I'm right-handed, but I was left-handed until right before kindergarten. My mother, for some reason, decided that being a right-handed kid would be much easier for me than being a left-handed kid, so she somehow, miraculously, through all her teacher skills, switched me. She now likes to say she doesn't remember that, but my father, who rarely speaks up about things, says he definitely remembers that she did that, so I know I'm not making that up. In kindergarten, I remember I only had difficulty with the fact that the teacher liked us to write our full name on the paper. Well, my full name is extremely long with my first, middle, and my maiden name. So I would miss half the directions that the teacher gave just because I was still trying to write my full name. But I could do it. So let's see. I'm actually glad that my mom switched me to be right-handed. I don't know, maybe it's one of my ACC sensory things. I just have never ever liked ink of any kind on my skin. So it bothers me to see people write left-handed because all I can think about is all the pen ink or pencil lead that they are getting all over their hand. I just want to like wash it off for them. I did learn how to write cursive. I was definitely in those generations where you started in grade school learning, as soon as you learned how to write, you also learned how to write in cursive. So I'm very good at cursive, even though I'm pretty sure in the last 10 years I've only ever written my signature in cursive because nobody uses it anymore. But I love it because I get to write a fancy G for my last name, and I think they're pretty. I did work in a special ed classroom before I became a mother, and so with writing, I was actually in charge of most of the years in charge of the spelling group in the classroom. We had groups we would alternate through, and I was the one that was in charge of spelling. I am a stickler for writing your letters correctly, and I even apologized to my older daughter when she started kindergarten that it may drive her crazy, but if she has floating letters, I will make her erase them and write them again. If you don't know what floating letters are, it's the ones that are supposed to touch the bottom line, and if they don't, they get erased and get written again, because I like nice looking letters. I don't expect her to be perfect, but they don't need to be off in space somewhere. They also asked if I could draw. I am no drawing expert. I am definitely not nearly as artistic as my daughter, who is almost 6, but I can draw generally anything in a basic form if I am asked to. It's not my most favorite thing to do. I would rather read a book or garden or ride a horse, but I will draw if I have to, especially when my 6-year-old, who is extremely artistic, asks me to try. And that's, I think, all I have today on handwriting. I hope I answered the question enough for the person that was interested. And until next time, we'll see what question comes up next. We have many, many more to go. So remember, this disorder does not define you. You can define this disorder.